Hey everybody, welcome back to the PTM AC Customs Garage. Did most of the missiles last time, so let's finish the category. This video will explore the remaining missile launchers that have not been covered by either the last video or another category like the plasma weapons. Well, all but the coral missile. That one's going to be on a special coral weapons video that's coming up. Today we shall look at the P-29 CNT container missile, the Delivery Boy cluster missile launcher, the Soup Scatter missile launcher, the Javelin Beta detonating missile launcher, and the Trueno needle missile launcher. So first up is the container missile. I love all these weirdos for the most part. The BML G1 P-29 CNT is a missile launcher that is somewhat similar to the old AS missiles from previous generations. It is found equipped on V3 O'Keefe's Barren Flower AC and can be bought from the parts store for 250,000 credits once you have escaped from snail jail in the mission Escape. It is a container missile developed by Furlong Dynamics. Fires a container that flies in a forward trajectory and is loaded with a number of micro missiles, which scatter explosions along the container's flight. I'll clean that description up a little bit later. That's kind of a messy way to explain it. It's a missile launcher that fires explosive missiles that reload after every container. It has an attack power of 1,422, an impact of 1,278, and a cumulative impact of 829. I'm assuming these numbers are based on all of the micro missiles finding their target. It has a direct hit adjustment of 140. The guidance of micro missiles is only 120, but with how they launch, you can make them launch from out of your target's field of view, so they won't miss when the target doesn't know they're coming. They do have a shorter range for missiles at only 700 meters. You get a total of 12 containers, so reserve them for main mission targets. It takes 12 whole seconds to reload, but you're busy keeping the attention of your enemy away from the last container you launched anyway, so that works. Ammunition cost is 800 per container. It's a heavy weapon at 6,370 Miyazaki's, and it costs 150 in energy load to run. The P-29 is one of the most different launchers out there. When you launch a container, it flies straight out for a short distance, plants itself floating in that spot. While sitting there, it then launches out a bunch of self-targeting micro missiles that you'll hopefully be keeping your target looking at you and not them. Try to avoid firing it towards the ground. The ground tends to be a wet blanket on this fire, as well as walls and other solid non-target objects. Don't bury missiles into stuff they don't belong in other words.
Wait, no, please!
Up next is the WR-0999 Delivery Boy. It's me if I were a missile launcher. Another finesse weapon, like playing Zangief in Street Fighter. This weapon is on Chatty Stick's AC Circus and the Rubiconian AC that is in the expanded arena. It can be bought for 298,000 credits in the store once you squash the Sea Spider again in New Game Plus. Seems a little expensive for an RAD part. Is coral in drug form that pricey? This is a cluster missile developed by RAD, packed with a large number of compact explosives to carpet bomb the area. Apparently, this design came from a feverish mind of a coral-addled engineer. His name is Rummy. We know this because in the part number it says WR, R standing for Rummy. Other weapons would follow this, showing S for stick, B for brute, and C for Carla. It would seem her only real interest was in the frame parts and internals, as she doesn't have any head engineer credits for any weapons. It is another explosive type missile launcher that reloads after every missile launch. The attack power is 2,133, its impact is 2,040, and its accumulative impact is 1,638, with a blast radius of 24. Well, would you look at that? I think that's the only time all three of those bars are full. Again, like the container missile, this assumes all of its payload hits. Easier said than done. But fret not, this weapon is so intense to get hit by, the pressure it puts on your enemy is harsh. To make it insane, its direct hit adjuster is actually 175, meaning you can give that 2,133 quite the damage boost, also helping to redeem the difficulty of this weapon's use. Its guidance is 200, which is pretty good for a non-VTC missile. Its effective range is 1049 meters. Its homing lock time is 5 seconds. It has a max lock count of 1. You get 20 total rounds, which is more than enough after you get some practice with using it. It has a reload time of 9 seconds. Its ammunition cost is 600 per cluster missile. It's another heavy boy weighing 6,890 Miyazakis, and it takes 499 in energy load to run. The delivery boy, just like its name implies, delivers a large payload of bombs to drop onto the target through a series of passes the delivery missile will make flying overhead. Some passes can be easier to avoid or dodge when the current approach is seen, but it can often catch players off guard, dealing very large amount of pretty much everything. Damage, impact, love it, even the kitchen sink.
50%.
Maggots. Creepy. You can tell this to posterity. Mean old Michigan died of a bad fall.
Now for a stick joint, the WS-5001 Soup Scattered Missile Launcher. Scattered missiles in the past have been a bit different from this generation's version. Old ones seem to be more like explosive shotguns than this one is, and this one's not really even close to that. The only AC to have it is Carla's AC Full Course, and it's double triggering them, which is a great way to use them. And a great looking way to give your AC wings. You have to beat the Sea Spider in New Game Plus to unlock it, just like the last weapon, and each one costs 326,000 credits in the store. Hey, this RAD part gets a pass on the price. It's designed by an AI, and not a drug-addled burnout. It is a scatter missile launcher developed by RAD, features a unique construction that allows it to fire 10 missile salvos in 3 consecutive stages for sustained overwhelming force. Especially with 2. With that, you can alternate between wings and have nearly constant missiles flying. This launcher is also explosive base, but reloads after every 3rd salvo launched, and each salvo launches 10 missiles. Shh. Look, you learn better with repetition anyway, just take it. The Soups have an attack power of 78 per missile, and an impact of 77 per missile, and a cumulative impact of 55 per missile. The direct hit adjustment is 145. Yeah, they hurt plenty enough. The guidance is 180. Their effective range is maxed out at the 2,500 meter mark. They have a quick lock-on time of 0.5 seconds. Though you're launching 10 missiles, they are still only interested in 1 target, so it's a max lock count of 1. It has 420 total rounds. Spark some green beans to that. Oh, and that means you get 42 trigger pulls. It has a reload time of 8 seconds. They are cheap missiles costing 50 credits each. Still kinda heavy at 5,620 Miyazakis, and the energy load is 680. These are pretty great at medium to longer ranges, suffering a little in closer range due to how they fire outwards, then curve back in a little. But these missiles provide lots of pressure and pain in the form of impact, and the wing aesthetic is a nice touch too.
Enemy generator compromised.
It's gonna blow. Get out of there, 621.
Now time for the 45091 JVLN Beta Detonating Missile Launcher. All mine took a lesson in spelling from someone who forgot about vowels. This is on 3 of the preset ACs, Rokumonsen's AC Shinobi, Solo's AC Entangle, and the Mind Alpha Arena Mech. Unlocking this one requires a scavenger hunt, or well, a log hunt. Ew, wrong log. Now get that out of here. We're not putting that on screen. Anyhow, you get the right side as a reward for rank 4 in the log hunt, and the other one is 210,000 credits in the parts store. It is a special missile launcher developed by Allmind, creates a chain of delayed explosions along the missile's trajectory, allowing for sustained suppressive fire even against targets that manage to evade the initial missile. And don't forget it fires to the side and curveballs toward target, so don't pull the trigger next to a wall. It is an explosive-based missile launcher that reloads after every missile launch. Its attack power is 791, the impact is 717, its cumulative impact is 563, and being a bazooka round in a missile form, it has a blast radius of 15 that might lightly graze an MT standing on top of the guy that you're shooting at. Its direct hit adjustment is 165, the guidance is 360, So wow, that's actually pretty high. It does curve like a hairpin bend, so cool. I think this may be the shortest range missile. Its effective range is only 360 meters. Its homing lock time is 2.4 seconds. It only fires one missile at a time, so it has a max lock count of 1. As a total of 32 missiles, the reload time is 4.1 seconds. These missiles cost 450 credits each. It weighs 4,250 Miyazakis and has an energy load of 425. One of the main things to keep in mind with this launcher is it fires out to the side, and then the missile curves back to flank the enemy. Which side you equip it on will determine which direction it launches. So if it's on the right side, make sure your right side is clear of obstacles before launching. As Sula knows, this pairs really well with the Javelin Alpha. Basically, you use one as a stagger and then the other to punish the stagger. And even if it doesn't directly hit, its afterblast can sometimes catch the enemy also.
Stay away from the watch point.
Last up, we have the ELPW-01 Trueno Needle Missile Launcher. It's a missile launcher that is almost better to treat as a cannon. Might as well. It is found on Rusty's brand new AC Steel Haze Ortis and is unlocked by finishing the Delta 1 classified subject 51-101R analysis program. That's a mouthful. During New Game Plus, while on the Alia Lacta Est route, or the All Mind route, you'll be rewarded with the right side copy. The left copy will then cost 271,000 credits in the parts store. It is a needle missile launcher developed by Elcano. It fires stake-shaped projectiles at high velocity that bore through the target's armor. These are non-explosive missiles that rely on raw physical power. I like to think of it as a back-mounted bazooka launcher, that I honestly feel like the attack power and impact values should have been swapped. The Trueno is a kinetic type missile launcher that reloads after every salvo gets launched, and each salvo has 2 missiles in it. The attack power is 415 per missile, its impact is 385 per missile, and its accumulative impact is 215 per missile. This is a great punishment weapon with its 215 indirect hit adjustment. So yeah, I understand what they did here. I just think it would have made more sense as an impact dealer over a punisher, but whatever. These missiles have the poorest guidance at only 110, but they are the fastest traveling missiles, I'm pretty sure anyway. The charged pulse missiles might be just as fast. They have an ideal range of 310 meters and an effective range of 410 meters. The homing lock time is 4.2 seconds. It has a max lock count of 1. It has 62 total rounds, so 31 trigger pulls. It reloads in 4.2 seconds also. These spikes are oddly expensive at 300 credits per missile. The launcher only weighs 3,100 Miyazakis, and the energy load is 420. Oh, haha, we got another round of green beans. Smoke them if you got them, flower power friends. It's another weird one. When you fire it, Trueno will stance your AC like a cannon or bazooka. It will provide an incoming warning to the enemy, like cannons and bazookas. The tracking is so poor on it, you almost might as well free fire without the long lock time anyway. If you do treat it more like a cannon or bazooka, it's really strong. And if you save it for a stagger punish, then you'll teach your opponent what pain actually feels like.
Left-hand ammunition.
You flew just out of reach, buddy.
I hope you all enjoyed and or find that useful. Thanks for watching. If you did like what you see, then leave a like and subscribe for lots more videos. Next time, I think we're going to go ahead and finally cover the shields. You didn't think I was going to do those, did you? Look, I hate them. I still feel a need to cover them. I'll see you in the nest.